Hey, what's up guys, it's Shantea, and today we are going to be cooking. That's right, we're going to be cooking in the kitchen, whipping it up, and we're going to be making the viral Gigi Hadid pasta, her spicy vodka pasta that everyone has been making and trying. We're going to see if it actually tastes as good as people say it does. I hope it is. For the most part, I got everything right. I just kind of got mixed up on the cheese, but I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. To be honest, I want to try it with both cheeses just to see what I like, because one recipe called for Parmesan cheese and another recipe called for mozzarella. So let's see which one tastes better. Okay guys, I hope you can see. So the ingredients that I have is a garlic. Y'all don't pay attention to my nails please, or my eyebrows, because it is a pandemic, panoramic, whatever you want to call it, it is that, okay? So some of us are still, you know, struggling out here, okay? So don't judge me please and thank you, okay? So I have garlic, a shallot, or you can use red onion, or I've seen a lot of other people just use regular onion. Ooh. I said I have Parmesan cheese. This is a big giant slice of Parmesan cheese that I will grate. I also have mozzarella cheese. Again, we will grate that. I'll just put stuff over here. Okay. So it does say to use heavy cream. I've seen everyone's ingredients, it says to use heavy cream. I couldn't find heavy cream, so it also says that you can use half and half cream, the same amount of half and half cream, or there's a couple other alternatives. You can just Google it. It gives you a list of alternatives that you can use if you don't have heavy cream. You're also gonna need butter. Really, no one's really specified. It just says butter, and I've seen everyone use like a stick, so I'm assuming they're using unsalted butter, although they do have salted butter that comes like this, but I'm just assuming I'm just gonna use unsalted butter just to be safe. I'm gonna need some basil, fresh basil, tomato paste, olive oil, these are for measuring, that's a cutting board, chili peppers. I really like chili peppers, so I buy a big bag of chili peppers. You don't need to buy this much chili peppers if you don't. You just need chili flakes. We're also gonna need chili powder. So I've already made my pasta. It's already cooked up. This is the pasta that I used. The medium shells, they do look small here, but once you cook them, they do get bigger, so don't even worry. And when you do make the pasta, it does say to keep some of the pasta water. And for anyone who doesn't know, hello Simone, I'm cooking, honey. Can you please just thank you. Anyways, so whenever you do make pasta water, or whenever I make pasta, I do salt the water as well. Without further ado, let's get to cutting, chopping, mixing, and making this pasta. I cut more. This looks like so little. Everyone else's has so much onion. This looks like so little. This is 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna chop up this big old piece of garlic here. That seems about right for 1 tablespoon. We're just gonna go with the flow a little bit here, okay? All right. So we're just gonna add that to our bowl with the onion. We'll rinse these off. You roll her up. You roll her up like a cigar. Okay. Some basil. Now that I have everything cut up, I did cut up a little bit more onion just because I felt like I didn't have enough. But now I'm just gonna open the tomato paste and we're gonna get to making that sauce. Okay guys, so now I just have a frying pan. I'm gonna put it on the stove. None of the videos really say what temperature to be on. All the recipes just tend to say olive oil. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to have virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, or regular olive oil. But what I have in my house is I just have extra virgin olive oil. So that's the olive oil that I will be using. And I'm using 1/4 a cup of olive oil. I'm just going to pour that into the pan. The pan is already heated, so I'm just going to give it a little time to warm up the oil. Once I put the oil, I'm just going to add in all of the onions and the chopped up garlic and simmer until it gets a little soft and the color goes to like a translucent color. So the red on the onion, the red purplish color on the onions, it'll just fade away. So as you can see, the color faded on the onions. Everything kind of looks the same color now. So we're just gonna add our tomato paste. So the recipe that I saw calls for 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm just gonna add that in. So you're just going to add in the tomato paste and you're going to stir it up with all of the onions, the garlic, and the oil until it kind of combines together as much as possible. As you can hear, my stove is still a bit hot. I don't know, it's just really hot even on low temperatures. So I'm probably going to turn it down a bit just so everything can come together and it's not like frying. My pot down a little bit because it seems a little hot. Okay, so now that everything looks like it's come together as much as possible, I'm just going to add in the half and half cream, or if you have it, the heavy cream. So the recipe that I have calls for 7 tablespoons. I'm not sure why everything's measured in tablespoons, but whatever, it calls for 6 to 7 tablespoons. So I think initially I put like 6.5 tablespoons, but you'll see later on I'm gonna add a little bit more. You'll see why when I get there. So now that that's added in, I'm just gonna stir it up and make sure everything gets combined nicely, just to get a nice even color and get that like nice creamy looking sauce. I'm actually cooking, guys. I made my own sauce, okay? I made my own sauce. I'm usually so used to just buying sauce and slapping it on my pasta, like just store-bought sauce, but felt a little fancy today, you know. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some salt and pepper. It doesn't really say how much salt and pepper, it just says add salt and pepper to taste. And also with the salt and pepper, I did add 2 pinches of sugar to it just for taste. That's completely optional. So now I'm just adding 1/4 teaspoon of the chili powder. And then after that, I'm just going to be adding some chili flakes. I personally like spicy food, so adding a lot of chili flakes is not going to bother me. You add as much chili flakes as you feel. If you can't handle spicy food, then don't put too much. As you guys can see, my pasta sauce looks really lumpy. I personally think it's just because my heat is too high, so a lot of the moisture in my sauce is just evaporating. So to aid that, or to like make it better and just make it look a little more smooth, a little more appetizing, I just added more of the cream. Again, I have 1/2 cream, but if you can find heavy cream, go ahead and do that, or whatever alternative that you have, and mix it till it comes together. So now I'm just gonna add my pasta into the pan with the sauce. I'm also gonna add some butter. I'm gonna mix it all up and let it melt. So I'm just mixing it up, trying to evenly coat all of the pasta as much as possible and let the butter melt in there. Also guys, I did forget about the leftover pasta water that you are supposed to add into the sauce, so I'm just adding it kind of last minute. I didn't really look at any measurements for it. I just added in a little bit. I didn't want it to be too watery or to like wash away any of the flavors. Okay, so at this point I'm pretty much done. Everything looks pretty evenly coated. The last thing for me to do is to basically just plate it and go. So I wanted to kind of taste which one I would like better before just adding the mozzarella cheese in there and letting it melt up. I'm just gonna do a little bit of my pasta with some added mozzarella. So I just got a little small pan here, and I'm just gonna grate some of the mozzarella in and heat it up a little bit and let it melt. I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks so nice and cheesy. The cheese is just stringing up in there and it looks so good. So now I'm just gonna plate both of them and we're gonna do a little taste test and see which one I prefer. Okay, yeah, so as I told you guys, I looked at kind of two different recipes. So I have both of them here. This one is the recipe with let me not spill this. Okay, this one is the recipe with some mozzarella cheese mixed in. And I just garnished it with the basil and some more chili peppers. But this has mozzarella mixed in. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit gooier. And then I have, hire me. You got a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? You can hire me. Anyways. But this one is the one with just the Parmesan cheese on top with the basil and chili pepper garnish again. Couldn't find a fork. Bon appetit. It just got spicy for me. And I like spicy. Yeah, this is good. That's good. What was it? The Parmesan cheese. That's good. That one was good. Now I'm gonna try the mozzarella cheese. Okay. I didn't even bless my food. I just remembered. So I bless my food. Thank you, God. You know, give praise, give thanks. I'm not gonna sing. It's not. There's a little bit. Ooh, mozzarella. To be perfectly honest, it's not a huge difference, but I do prefer the Parmesan cheese more than the mozzarella, which is weird because I love mozzarella. This one just tastes, I don't know how to explain it, but I like the flavors of that one. Like, it comes out more. I feel like with the mozzarella, it kind of dulls the flavor down a little bit with the mozzarella cheese. I don't know if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to explain to you whatever's going on in my head, and that's what sounds right, okay? That's what sounds right coming out of my mouth. Okay. So I have my final product here, guys. So that is it. I'm stuck with the Parmesan and the basil. You can put a little bit more chili flakes, a little bit more pepper. If you want to, it actually does taste good. So, you know, you could believe the hype on this one. Kudos to Gigi Hadid. It was easy to make. It didn't take too long. It was pretty quick for something you make from scratch. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope you guys enjoyed cooking with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications.